Morning. Alright. I want to do today a simple enclosure. Well, that wasn't clever. I moved this one to be off deed. Oh, everything looks okay. If you leave something off deed, it's got less protection to damage, so this lot in here could have taken more damage, but it seems okay. Let's move that a bit forward. Alright. We're going to do a simple wooden fence. How much of this grass have we got? I think it's yeah, 2 tiles. So it'll be 2 tiles this here, and it goes right up to the mine there. So I'll probably fence in before the sand. I've increased the sand, added a bit more dirt to pile it up. Well, I'll just put the shovel on it. Shows you that it's not flat, that it's got a lot more. Because I'll be digging quite a bit of sand out there. Oh, trees coming back. Little one sprouting. Not too bothered about that. Right, I'm not sure what wood we've got. Might be a good idea to cut something down. Excuse me, a bit croaky this morning. So what I'm going to need to do this is, there's lots of different types of fences you can do. I prefer to do the wooden one, and it'll be, I'll need wooden planks, wooden shafts, and some small nails, and probably a lock, a gate lock, but I'll worry about that last. Trying to do too much. Too many actions for the queue. Says I'm too busy. Alright, let's see how badly we chop this up. Oh, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. I mean, she's capped at woodcutting skill of 11 now, so. But the actual tree that came down was. Actually, examine the trunk. Yeah, a lot of them came out to quality of the trunk, so it's not too bad. Okay. We'll start making some planks. Actually, we'll leave that a minute. What I should be doing is heating up the forge with some iron so we can actually make some nails. Got any in there? Only got one small nail in there. Should be plenty. Can always make some more. I've got loads of maple wood scrap. Oh, wait a minute. I've already cleaned it of ash. I don't get the option, so that's good. I actually had the lamps and the candelabras on me because they're such low quality that I didn't want them to completely rot away while I was offline. But I do need to work on improving those. That one actually took a random tick of damage while I was offline, so we'll repair that. The longer you're offline, the more damage will build up, and if the deed disbands, then it will start taking even more damage. And if I was to forget about the ore and the lumps that I've put in, they would also start taking damage. I've done that a few times. Alright, let's let that heat up a bit. The containers and the forges themselves, because they're on deed and buckets won't take damage. Barrels. Buckets too if I had them. And the BSBs, they won't take damage, and the contents won't take damage. But, you know, sort of random loose things that are lying around, like what are in the oven and the forge, would take a bit of damage every so often. Higher quality they are, the less they'll take. See, that one did as well, so I'll just repair that one. Alright. Let's work on some more planks. Sure how many oh, congratulate, what was that? Something about carpentry. Congratulations, you have now unlocked basic carpentry, training carpentry in your journal. I can hear a wolf and a crocodile fighting. It's definitely nobody in local. Does happen, they do fight each other occasionally if they're hungry. Right. That's one I can actually do, but oh, here we go. No, not cartography. Carpentry. Nice, I got a title. A 2-hour sleep bonus. Some of that I can do. 10 crates I've already done part of. This one I should really do, actually. Can't do it yet, though. Need to work on the digging skill. Okay, let's do some more planks. Right, let's look this up in the crafting journal. See, there's lots of different fences. Where are we? Chain fences, those are a low. There should be illustrations as to what the various fences are. Yeah, it's quite a low fence. So you've got like a little stone pillar and then a chain fence in between, or a chain in between, I should say. So if you want to check out what they look like, what I'm going to do is just a basic wooden one. It's one of the easier ones to do. I'm not going to do a crude wooden one. Although I could, but I like the look better of the wooden fences. It's just different tools that you can use to start them. So, hammer, a mallet, or a trowel. And we'll be doing at least one gate as well. I'll be doing the mallet one. Yeah, it's quite simple. 2 shafts, 2 planks, and some nails. And the same with the gate. It tells you where to use the mallet, so you'd use the mallet on the tile border, which is this bit, not the centre. I'll finish cutting up these. Then we'll see if it's hot enough to make some nails. Just combine those for making space in this pile. I'm going to do a few shafts. To work out how much we need, really. Put them down a minute. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're going to need 14 nails to start with, and double that for everything else. Small anvil for the nails. Putting up the carpentry skill for making the planks and the shafts. This will be doing a little bit of the blacksmithing and the smithing. Let's resize this a little bit, that's better. Ah, one too many. Never mind. Pop one of those in there. Right, got 14. Oops. Walk around with the anvil. I'm going to put those in there in the meantime. And come back. This is going to get heavy, so I'm going to need the cart. So we're going to need what did I say? 14, 28 planks and shafts. Not sure if we've got enough wood. I'm going to make all the materials all at once and then start putting it together. But you don't have to do it this way. You can do like a couple of shafts, a couple of planks, a couple of nails. Start it off going, you know, sort of flip between the two, making it that way. One more. Right, so that's all the planks. Repair that one. Switch to the carving knife so that I can do the shafts. You get tool skill from doing them as well. Saw for that, all the planks. Carpentry is going up nicely. Make sure I've got a, yeah, I've got a mallet on me. Tidy up all the wood again, all the scrap. How are we doing? Getting there. Keep doing 3 at a time just so that I can get them done. Just trying to think about doing a building as well. So I've got 20 carpentry now, so I can probably do reasonably sized building. I'll have to work it out. We've got, oh, not many more. Nice thing about doing these fences is once you've got them done, it's like a lot of the things in Wurm Online, you can improve the quality of it because it's going to come out probably around something around 10 quality, probably lower. But you can improve it and get more skill, more carpentry skill and the other skills in the process. So we need another 3. There we go. Now, just going to sort out these wood scraps as well. So we've got a and we don't need that. If I mess up, we might need it because sometimes I do mess up doing these things. Like you start to build a gate where you didn't mean to build a gate and things like that. Right. What I'm also going to do, and you don't have to do this, is I'm going to even out the quality of all this stuff. By storing it. So if you look, actually those have all come out the same, but the planks would have been different qualities. So now that I've put them all in there, they're all going to be 9.06 quality. And you don't have to do that, but I like to do that because that means the fences more or less are going to be the same quality as each other. But it doesn't, it makes more, it's more important if you're trying to build something that's off deed. Probably not a good idea to carry all these. Let's take about half. It's going to be heavy. And oh, forgot the nails. Just trying to think where's best to put the gate. I'll put the gate here. If I start with the gate, and then I don't need to worry about doing any more. I mean, you can have as many gates as you want. I'm going to do it here, so I could go in if I wanted an exit, sort of over there. I could do another gate there. And you can bash them out when you have enough strength and redo it to how you want. Completely change the fence. You can bash them all out and change it to a stone one or whatever. But I'm going to start off. Right, I need to equip the mallet. Got the mallet. Do it on the border. New fence. Now this is all your choices. This one's a plank, wooden fence, gate to start with. And you get the unfinished version that wants you to add the rest of the planks and everything to it. Just go continue building a few times. And it'll add bits to it until it's done. You can add it to the crafting window if you want to as well. There's somebody trying to ruin my fan. I'll send the guards on him. There, I can add it to the crafting window. And this particular one, you have to add the tool, I think. Yeah. So for some things, it's add the material, and other things, it's add the tool that you need to do it. There you are, one fence gate. Without a lock. 12 quality. Oh, it came out pretty good. And you've got to put a lock on to be able to enable the permission side of things. So if I wanted, any of my alts to come over and do something in here, I would have to give them permission to be able to pass through the gate. But that's simple enough to do. Manage gate. Yeah, it says you need to have a lock on it, which we will do. And then you put the name of whoever it is you want to allow to pass through. Alright, let's do the rest. I should be getting 5 XP off that, but by the time I dump all of this, it'll probably be dead. So we want fence, plank, not another gate. No, I'm not going to misclick and do another gate. I've done that before. Just a wooden fence. Now what I can do is plan it all out first. or I just build each one. Doesn't matter what way you do it. Right, this is the end of where we wanted to go. And while it's incomplete, I can walk through it. This is all already flat. It's going to need to be flat as well. You can build on slopes. I think it's skill based though. But normally most people, prefer it to be flat to build on. So I checked that this was all flat before I started. Is it dead? Yeah. Checking that's flat. Yes, it is. I ran out of shafts, yes, I have. Now at this stage, because they're incomplete, I could, if I made a mess and put a gate there by mistake or a gate plan there by mistake, I think you can get rid of it, destroy it at this stage. It's harder to destroy it when it's complete. You need a certain amount of strength and a decent tool. People usually use mauls, and it's better if they're made of lead for bashing out walls and bashing out fences. Let's get the rest of the nuts. One here, didn't we? Yep. I'll finish off the plan for this and then do it. So a nice little enclosure. I can put some of the animals in here. Hopefully the forge is still going. To put some more fuel on there. And I will attempt to do a gate lock, but it will be hard because I've got no skill in making locks. And invents. If I did my maths correctly, this should be everything that we need. And the qualities, because all the materials are the same quality, should be roughly about the same. Yeah, they are the same. You don't have to do it like that. I do it like that. Yep, mind logic's going up, a few of the mind skills, a few of the body skills as well. Good control. Yep, same quality. Right, let's get this done. Put some animals in here. Ooh, dying. Right, crocodile took it out of them. Where is the crocodile? There it is. No, yeah. Oh, a venerable alert one. Yeah, quite tough. There is a limit to how many animals you can have on the deed before it I mean, generally you want them for breeding, if you like breeding horses or donkeys or whatever. But what happens is if you end up with too many animals on your deed, then the chances of miscarriage and disease increase. But if you go and examine the settlement token, it tells you what the animal ratio is and if it's good or bad. So you can possibly, let's have a look. Settlements, settlement info. There we go. The tile per creature ratio of this dude is 82.5. Optimal is 15 or more. This is a good figure. And that is just because I've got those two by the look of it. There might be a couple of horses wandering around. Actually, no, I don't think there is anything on there apart from those two. But to start with, I'm only going to want a couple of horses to breed. And maybe a couple of animals to milk. Just so I can do cheese for cooking. But I do tend to go overboard with animals. My main does a lot of horse breeding. sheep breeding, bison breeding, and cows. She's got an off-deed area that she does it because it's gets a bit ridiculous. But animals that are kept off-deed also have a higher chance of miscarriage and disease. Shouldn't have too many creatures together in the same pen or in the same area. Say you had 4 creatures all together on a 1-by-1 cage, that would spread disease and they would stay diseased because it's too many creatures. You can get rid of disease, you have to sort of separate them out, groom them, make sure they're well fed, and sometimes put them on the enchanted grass tile. We can catch the disease from them as well, and each other. See if I can find information about diseased. Yeah. There you go. Disease can be caught by animals being poorly treated and may pass to other animals or players. But, oh yeah, faux priests can cure it with humid drizzle spell as well. But yeah, it says there what to do with it. But it's easily spread. I mean, if you get a lot of people together going to a rift and fighting lots of the rift mobs, or going to an open sleigh where you're going to go and kill a dragon or something like that, then it's very easy to end up diseased there. But usually there's a priest around that can cure it, so I mean, it's not too detrimental. It is a pain, really. Carpenter's going up nicely. Right, there's a couple of things. Right, if I'm standing too close, I'm not sure if it'll do it. Oh, failed to complete it. Come on. That's just my skill level, but it's all good. Gives them more skill for doing it. So that, now it's taking damage yet. Better repair that. It's always good to get in the habit of repairing your tools often, not letting them take too much damage, because if you don't, and you end up forgetting, you can get them to 100 damage and they just fall apart. There you go. If you stand too close, it will say you are standing in the way of finishing this wall or fence. You have to move to the side. So just move far enough back to be able to continue doing it. There we go. There's also another one. Oh, it's weed seeds. I left them to eat. There's also another one, I think. I can get it to say it. Maybe not. No, it's letting me do it. We might have changed that. There used to be one where it used to say if we were too far away or too far to the side. Nearly there. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, shouldn't be doing it so that I lose complete amount of stamina. Come on, we're nearly done. Might get back up. So there. Done. Nice little enclosure. Can't walk through it. Can walk through the gate if you're allowed to, like me. But anybody can walk in and out of that at the moment because it hasn't been locked. So I can pop them in there. Growing wild, growing wild. Just checking the height of the grass for them because they'll eat it. I can put like pet bowls in there, and I can put troughs in there, and I can put hitching posts in there, all of which they can have food out of. They have to be hitched to the hitching post, but the rest of it. But at the moment, they're fine. And there's somewhere in there there's a pile of reed seeds that they're able to eat as well. Let's put some fuel in this one. Let's grab some of this. Before it goes out, so we want to make a lot. So it was beginning to look, yeah, it was beginning to go out. Isn't that just in time? Right. Well, that's heating up then. I'm not sure if they're still in there. Not sure if there's anything nasty in them actually. Still can't. Oh, yeah, there is something else in there. Feed these out quick. Still can't ride the horse. I need 21 in body control. So what have I actually got in body control then? These are the ones that have been going on. 20.34. Body strength, body stamina. Not soon. Oh, it's doable soon, so that's good. Right, pop these in here. And spread them out a bit so they're not all on the same tile. I'm trying to get this scorpion out here. So I can get it to follow me. It may not want to actually because of the way this is. Because of the way this is set. The mine having all the water in it. Yeah, there it comes. Not me doing that, thank you very much. We'll get some fight skill off this one. I'm not going to do any taunting yet. That is to get the aggro. That wouldn't be a good idea at my fight skill level. I'm going to change it to defensive fighting just to get a bit of that skill. Because it's non-existent. Right. See it. What else we've got in here to bring out? There's a cow in here. Running around in the dark. Something I didn't say about the mines. You can have different visual settings for the mines. And I like it like this, where it's all nice and flat and fairly even. But there are other visual settings for the mines where they're all sort of much more rough and lumpy bumpy. And I don't like the way that looks, so I've put mine set to this. Leave these out. Random unicorn. I might have too many animals here. I might be breaking it already. It's good to start off a bit of animal husbandry as well. Though I think because I've got possibly too many in there, these, because they're hitched, are not going to run away. So I'm just going to put them here so they can have something to eat instead, and not be too close to the others. And what I will do is leave that one. Leave that one. You only need two. I'm going to breed these two. Right, you only need to be leading one, so stop leading that one. So the only one I'm leading is the venerable brown cow. I should be using a younger one, but I'm too far away. Oh, doesn't seem to be interested. Okay, fair enough. We've got a female horse. Yeah, alright. Lead this one. One more breeder with the piebald one. If I can get close enough. You don't get any visuals of this happening or anything like that. It's just purely text. There we go. And this will start giving me, hopefully, animal husbandry skill. Shied away. No, they don't want to. But that's basically the way that you do it, and eventually the female horse become pregnant. I can try with the other horse actually. Do we get skill? We've got a nature skill. Now the two horses I just tried, they won't be ready for a certain amount of time to breed again, or to attempt it. I'm not sure how long it is. It might be something like half an hour or an hour until you can try again. But we'll try with these two. Dash pair. Shied away. Yeah, that's purely because of my skill level. What I can do is groom them with a grooming brush. Doesn't like it. I'm rubbish groomer. Try that again. What I'm looking for is animal husbandry. It's giving me nature ticks, which is good. And some of the soul ones. Nope, rubbish. There we go. Animal husbandry increased by a little bit. And that one's been groomed properly. I'll pop this one back in here. Now, the animals that are in here, even though there's no lock on the gate, they can't get out. However, if I was in here and a troll wandered past, or a goblin wandered past, or any of the other humanoid ones, they could pass through that gate. So that is the other reason why you want a lock. Hopefully this is hot enough now to be able to try and do a lock. I think a gate lock is a large anvil. And you can do these locks from all of the metals. So you don't have to do it with iron. If you've only got copper, then you can do it with copper. I think that's enough to have a go. Right, create locks. Gate lock is what we want. 38% chance. Oh, I did it. Oh, there we go. That's, and it's at the it could have been any quality between 18 going down to 1, so it's fairly lucky that it came out. You can label your key to whatever you want. We'll say animal pen. Same with this. So if you're having to make an awful lot of locks and you're like, right, I want those for that one over there, that one over there, then just helps you get a bit more organised. And if you end up with loads of keys, attach lock. Takes a few seconds to attach it. There we go. And if you inspect it, it'll tell you now that it's locked. And then I can go up to it and I can go manage gate. And it tells me all the different things that I can do with it. So if I had somebody else that was a citizen of this deed, I could allow them to pass the gate, unlock the gate, and deny it all entry as well. Kingdom of the Freedom Isles, that is everybody else, basically. So if I wanted everybody else to be able to use it, but only say pass the gate, I could do that. But not necessarily let them unlock it. And obviously I could deny. But at the moment it's just set to me. I can put a name on it. I can add players to the list, so yeah, it's already got me on the list, but if I wanted to add another alt of mine to the list, I could. And they would show up as a separate group here and have the same permissions. So it's pretty simple. Oh, I think, hold on, no, that's, no, I don't want to. I want them to take effect. Apply changes. There. There you go. And that's renamed Animal Pen. Missed a step there. Apologies. So yeah, that's done. Now, there's something I could have done, I actually should have said earlier. Imagine if I had a building standing here and the wall was there. So say it was a 3x3 building. So I had a wall here, a wall here, a wall here. I could have still done this fence attached to that wall of that building. And the same here, if that was a proper building wall, I could have still done the fence off at the right angle to that this way as well. So it works pretty well together. And as well, if you do a building with an archway, like I did when I was doing the 1x1 building over at Greymead, you can actually build fences within the arch as well, but you have to build the arch first and then the fence afterwards. You can't build the fence and then do the arch. But yeah, that's a little bit more on building enclosures. A tiny little bit of breeding that failed completely, and a little bit of how to make locks, the other locks. That key and miscellaneous from there. I'll show you some of the other locks quickly. With the large anvil, there's two that you can do. A boat lock and a gate lock. When you make a boat, it already comes with a lock, but it's a very basic lock. And if you want a better lock, you can make your own and put it on. Similar to carts, they come with the locks as well. There's a small anvil, small anvil. The other locks that you can do are here: padlock, door lock, and a small padlock. And those are for the various chests. You can lock BSBs as well, and the food storage ones. And the door lock, it's just if I was to do a building and, you know, if it's got a couple of doors on it, do a couple of locks on it to stop the trolls and the goblins and whatnot coming in, or the humanoids from coming in, including other players. There are restrictions on deeds as to what other players can do anyway. They can't sort of come along and take anything out of what I've got in storage, but adding a key to it just adds a bit of extra security, especially if your deed is likely to disband and you're not going to be around for a while. You come back in time to hopefully sort everything out. Or if you're building somewhere off deed and you don't want anybody else taking it while you're, you know, in a mine in the middle of nowhere, getting some valuable slate or marble or whatever. You might not want somebody else taking from your storage. Right. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm tempted to do a stream sometime on making like a boat or a canoe. Actually, no, a canoe would be good. Just so I can sail around this little lake and do some prospecting on the rock over here. And there is actually an open mine over there that someone's done in the past. So see what other metals are around. In here is pretty good. It's got iron and it's got gold. I'm not even sure what quality gold it is. But yeah, it might be nice to check out what else is around. But yeah, that's how to do an enclosure and to do some locks. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.